Just trying to.
What happened?
Making them Apple noises so you know it's official.
We're all in frame.
So are you about to get a cut of that class action Apple lawsuit money?
Oh, me? I don't know.
For the defective touch
Oh, yeah. Oh, your phone's dead, huh?
No.
Oh, can you share this? Someone has to share this on Energy Disagreements page. And then we can start.
Okay.
So it gets to that. Yeah, I did like a sample share, like trying to mess with like how this thing works. And my friend Jill and I just went to a pizza place, and I posted it, and then she shared it. And it was a 45-second video, and we had 7 viewers, like, responding and talking to us live. Like, what the? How did you guys even hear about this? Like, went to the top of my feed, man.
Share on the page you
And
mentioned.
because me and Jill have mutual friends, I don't know if that doubles things. But whatever, man.
Alright, so... See, you're doing it. Oh, someone's already yelling at you.
Oh, shoot.
We went to 10 viewers immediately. Like, as soon as you went
yeah,
on.
I got 2,000 friends, man.
I don't even see it on here. I see number 18.
Alright, I just posted it on the Facebook page.
For end user disagreements?
Mm-hmm.
Type.
Yup.
Okay, so you did it?
Yep.
Okay.
All right. And share it on yours or whatever. But let's roll. Hey, Maniacs, we're back. And we survived Labor Day weekend. Soft clap. Soft clap.
It's a lot of trial
Did
tribulations.
we really survive?
Oh, we survived. This is end user disagreements. All here and accounted. Wait, not all here and accounted for. We're missing just the tip. Anyway, this is end user disagreements. This is the podcast that poses. Hey, this is the podcast that poses the question: does your opinion matter?
I like to think so.
Oh no, it doesn't. It's invalid. Completely invalid. And we are coming to you from Studio 212, part of the lovely Soundcasting Network, here in South Lake Union, Seattle, home of one of the coolest baseball teams right now, doing all right.
Don't worry, they'll peak and then just drastically.
And then,
decline.
don't say
They're
that.
kind of all over the place right
They're
now.
all over the place. Hey, Saverings, who are we brought to you by tonight?
Tonight we're brought to us by The Club, which you should put on your vehicle so it doesn't get stolen.
Oh,
Damn.
sad days.
The Club.
We got some sad news. Saverings, spell it.
My Umi car got stolen. For those that don't know, that's my 94 Honda Civic.
Oh,
His name was Umi Car.
Umi car.
He's gone. And I came out, because this is also tertiarily, is that a word? Tertiarily?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Tertiarily related to our main topic tonight, which is PAX, Penny Arcade Expo. So I got a ride and I got tickets to PAX, and my friend came to pick me up, and I'm like, cool. He texts me that he's here. I'm like, cool. Let me run out to my car and get my sunglasses, and my car was not where I left it.
God dang it, meth head. Stop stealing junkers, man. My car got stolen 3 damn times.
That's what I hear. And you got it back, though, right?
Yeah, Lady Chianti got picked up 3 times.
Lady Chianti.
Dropped back off. But, sad things aside, as a video game podcast, the Penny Arcade Expo is the biggest video game convention in the nation. And we got to check it out. We gave you a primer. We gave you like a mini primer last week. And now we got stuff to tell you.
We do.
And to do that, you have me, Loud and Brown, and to the left,
Von Shady or AV.
and to, geez, I guess this is like 9:12.
9:12.
I don't know, like you're not even at 10 right now. You're
This
like
would be
right
like
there.
9:50,
9:15.
9:40, something.
9:15.
Anyway, yeah, you have the savorings of V-Dash Gaming.
And we're gonna bring it up, and I'm gonna start off with. Let's see. We're gonna talk about no. That second one is for you. The first one I'm gonna talk about is meetups. I'm gonna talk about meetups, and this is important in this scene because it is video games, but it's also tabletop and card games. And these are things that you cannot do online. Like, people make friends online. They have friends from back in high school. And everybody can play, like, a lot of online games together. Almost everything's online now. Aside from, like, traditional NES. Like, oh, I want to play, like, an actual analog system, circuit system, Tetris with you. I don't want any lag. And
All that Tetris.
yeah, all that Tetris. You can't do that online. There's going to be some...
I mean, you can. I mean,
can.
the DS, I think, has, like, multiplayer capabilities for
Yeah,
Tetris.
but you know what I mean? It doesn't move...
Like, into Japanese.
It doesn't play exactly like the original, whatever.
At least without Nintendo shutting it down. They love,
Yeah,
they love
they
to
shut
shut
it
stuff down.
But what you can't do is, play these like analog, like tabletop and paper games. And I walk the floor and I talk to Maribel. Shout out to Maribel. I talk to everybody. I was like, check out all these other floors. And there's just people playing tabletop. And they're like, there's so many things to do. It's like, dude, they've probably been planning that campaign for a year. It's like some friend from Texas is in town. And they physically, like, they reserve a room. And it's cool. And like
for hours.
For hours. And speaking of which, Magic the Gathering had their international tournament there. They rented out the Paramount, which is a very large theater in near downtown Seattle.
Yeah.
Well, it is in downtown Seattle.
Yeah.
And they bought out the street next to it and made it like a street fair with little Renaissance tents, a glass blowing station, blacksmith.
People fully decked out and fully cosplayed.
Yeah, like in tunics, and oh man, it was great.
Let me get those Aladdin pants, bro.
Nerds.
Yeah.
Oh, and
you hear that, Jesse? You're a nerd. I know you're watching. That's my boss too. You're a nerd.
Nerd. But totally worth it. As far as like, that aspect of PAX. Like, check it out next time if you're not into it. Play Settlers. Play some, oh geez, I'm trying to think of other tabletops that I played.
There's like Exploding Kittens.
Exploding Kittens was huge.
Pathfinder. I'm just throwing that out there.
Yeah, Pathfinder was all up in there, and of course, Cards Against Humanity was all up in there. They always actually have their booth strong.
Yeah, they have like a separate thing dedicated with Cards Against Humanity and all that stuff.
All right, and as far as how little time you have and how much this thing costs and how much you dedicated to it, we're going to talk about. We're just going to blast through these real quick, but there's a lot of things to go there, and one of them is swag. And Von Shady here, and Matterall at Matterall Instagram, are masters at this art. And tell us why you do it. Is it worth it? What you've gotten in the past, what you've gotten this week, and also for the somehow new maniacs at home, what swag is.
Hold on. Before you go into that, you actually outlined this on a previous episode. What was that, like 16 or something? That's the one where I was gone, right?
Probably.
Where you were talking about like how to like win the raffles and whatnot, right?
Well, I mean, it's not about winning. It's literally playing percentages. Yeah. So this year,
which totally worked for him because I bumped into him literally on the floor right after all this had happened.
Yeah. So this year was actually pretty good for getting swag in terms of trying to deal with the raffle rat race that I do every year. It consumes.
What is swag?
Swag is free giveaways that any sort of booth will give out for promotional uses. Sometimes it ranges from stickers, pins, T-shirts, to PC components, to mouses, almost up to a fully decked out PC or video game console. So everything is up for fair games. You just gotta have to earn it, in some instances, or just get extremely lucky.
Truth.
So
in past years,
I got I think $100 headset, a gaming mouse from Logitech, and then this year was quite interesting.
Oh.
Managed to get a $200 CPU from AMD.
Which one?
The FX 8370 or somewhere in the 8000 series.
Nice.
So 8-core processor for literally next to nothing. And all I had to do was actually just play the percentages with raffles. So what I do every year with my friend Matt, or Matterall in this case, is Friday we plan the routes, know who's giving out raffles, and then we just constantly flood each booth at different times so they just give more raffle tickets. And then at the end of the day, they'll start calling out stuff. So AMD was doing multiple giveaways as soon as 12 o'clock hit, and then they did one like every alternating hour. So what you also have to kind of take in consideration is if they're going to do multiple giveaways like that, you have to kind of realize the percentages that are out there. So on Saturday, I think there was probably less than like 200 raffle tickets given away, so my percentages were still single digits, but it's better than a point of a percentage.
Totes.
So I somehow managed to, and also the other catch is people don't show up when they call times. They just lose out on whatever raffles.
Grab raffle tickets and bounce.
Yeah, so my AMD processor raffle that I won, I think there was at least 8 tickets that were called before it got to me.
Wow.
So you kind of want to show up because they'll just pass right by you. There's no like, I'll call you later if you win or anything, unless if they explicitly say that. So you got to show up.
There are those though.
There are
ones
those
that they will like let you know it's like not this time, or it was like 2 years ago you and Matterall were at a thing, and as soon as you put your email in, it tells you if you win or not, and you're like, Instant gratification.
Well, it's that, but you give your information away. And do you really want to give your information away, or do you just want to like put in your time and effort? So it's a give and take.
Yeah, it's tough.
But I mean, sometimes if you give your information away, you get better outcomes and prizes.
Yeah. For example, this year I was hired. Whatever. I was helping out my buddy Daniel Davis on Lady Killer. And they're doing promotions for Divinity Original Sin 2.
She was running that booth.
Fantastic game. Holy crap.
Right, Divinity. And the
Holy
second
crap.
one, yeah, Divinity.
Holy crap. What a good game.
Hashtag Divinity Original Sin 2. Check it out.
Yes.
And I was handing out raffle tickets, right? And we handed out a lot. And it was a 6th floor event. It wasn't even a 4th floor event. And that thing was flooded with people. But it was like 4 headsets, 2 keyboards, and a PS4 given away every day at 3 o'clock. And yeah, every now and then they'd call names and they would be like, really?
Yeah.
This is like a really good headset right here. You're just not here? Okay, next person, you get it. And I'm like, dude, show up.
Derek, you should be those hype mans on the mic calling out
Oh,
numbers.
man, I would have blew up those speakers.
Yeah.
I know, I'll talk to her. Oh, hey, boss. I call her boss now.
Yeah.
I'll talk to
How come
boss.
you didn't
about it.
shout me out, Daniel?
Oh, yeah, shout
We used to
out.
work together.
I know. You used to be peers.
Mm-hmm.
So check these out. These raffles are cool. Sometimes they're just real easy. And what is that? HyperX like throws out T-shirts and stuff, and they get loud and get people to.
Well, this year they had tons of giveaways for selfie sticks packaged with their other HyperX products. So flash drives.
Watch out for that guy with the bolt cutters cutting selfie sticks.
Yeah, dude.
Dude, that guy was gnarly. He's an American hero.
Real American hero.
But no, HyperX, they were giving out flash drives, memory sticks, SSDs, which you think is like still expensive. They're roughly ranging about $100 for like a 250 like.
Dang.
Yeah, I'm waiting for the 1 terabyte ones.
That's gonna be another 2-3 years.
Maybe.
Yeah, we'll see how technology goes.
And as far as that, like there's that swag and there's raffles, and then there's just straight up giveaways. The Magic people were just handing out booster packs to people standing.
Wow, that's $10 given away.
Yeah.
That's
and,
crazy.
Other booths, you just demo their game, and they're like, "Here's a T-shirt and a lanyard.
Yeah.
Thank you for playing." Some people give out codes. They're like, "Hey, thanks for playing.
Codes
Here's like skins and stuff."
Codes are easy to give away.
Yeah.
What was also gnarly was that was it Razer and NVIDIA were doing panels, and they were giving like $200 video cards away, like a 960 away for the NVIDIA booth, like
Okay.
like crazy things. Like me and Matt went up to the NVIDIA guys, and they're like, "You should show up to the panel. We're giving away $30,000 worth of product. Just show up."
The 960 card?
Yeah, the 960.
They're trying to get rid of it. Inventory.
That's
that
still
case.
good. That's still a good card.
Nobody wants the 960.
I mean, if I didn't need the processor, literally, I got the processor that I won for 30 seconds. Immediately, this father, like, hounded me down, offered me straight cash within 30 seconds, and he had, like, his son to be, like, kind of like a pity, like,
I'm
card
building my
against
son
me.
a computer.
Yeah. But, I mean,
Smallest violin in the world.
$150, like, immediate gratification. Didn't have to do any work. And then immediately I flipped that $150 for my new Corsair K70 keyboard.
Tight.
It got lights, it makes noises.
Lights and noises.
That's all I wanted. But, I mean...
And then, like, that's when I ran into you. Literally, we were doing a victory lap before we left, my friend I was there with. And we're standing at the AMD booth, and we hear them do the raffle. And actually, the guy that won at that time was standing right by us.
Yeah.
He was standing right by us, and he went up and get his thing. And then I had to look over, and then Manchetti looks over at me, and we're like, oh, hey. We're literally, like, standing this close to each other. And
Literally within 5 feet.
Yeah.
And, I told him about yesterday, and it was like, wow, I should actually be here. I'm like, yeah, like, you gotta play the percentages. That's all it is, play the percentages.
Cool. So get on that at.
For Twitter is _Von Shady, and then my Twitch handle is Von Shady, and then I don't really use Instagram that much.
Yeah, get at him for some tips. We're gonna move on to another quick subject. I'm gonna blast these real quick.
Boom, boom, boom.
Boom, boom, boom. Cosplay is cool. It's one of the big, not as much as like SakuraCon or Emerald City, but cosplay is great. Check those out. And
I saw Sunbro there from Dark Souls. That's all I care about.
hey, that's cool. Exclusives are there to purchase also, like, Capcom booth, Namco. Even Bethesda had stuff like, this is a con exclusive. Like, it's not, swag is not given away, but it's like an opportunity you could only get at the convention. So that's kind of a thing that people go for.
Yeah, Bungie was giving away.
Don't get me started with pins.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. I had to swing by the Bandai Namco booth, and yeah, I saw some nice Dark Soul pins.
No, yeah, they were
patches.
great. Swag meetups. But the thing that we look, and then panels. Like, you want to talk about being there when things get announced, like before it even hits trailers, talking to the actual people making it. These panels are really cool, and people really like them. But man, they're like 2-3 hour lines to do these, man.
Yeah, it's a lot of like time invested. It's kind of like Disneyland. You have to plan your route like first day to know what you want to do and understand what the like time limits and constraints are, along with like when the line gets capped out and what you're signing yourself up for. People will lose a day just to do one booth.
Most definitely, in a lot of cases, it's worth it. The last Penny Arcade I went to, I've been to the last few, but the last one I went to a panel. It was the Gearbox software one, and I actually got my copy of Borderlands 2 that I have like 400 and something hours on. Was free because we were at the panel and everybody was in there. Got a code.
That's cool.
Everybody got a Steam code, so when the game came out, you just put the code in and you got the game.
That's tight.
I mean, they threw a really sick party back in 2012, 2013.
Oh, jeez.
We'll segue that later.
We'll segue that later. Yeah, and you know what? That brings us to the topic of why a lot of my Maniac friends, shout out to Pupil Crew, #Pupil Crew, we are notorious for finding the after parties. And not just finding the after parties, but finding like open bar ones, parties that have swag, parties that party that Molly helped throw had like body painting on like burlesque girls and stuff. It was nuts. Like everything under the rainbow. We went to some fantastic ones. The one in question was at this club called Pink, and it was Borderlands 2. Lunch?
Oh, sorry. I'm actually reading the chat because Danielle actually hit us up.
Oh, hey, Danny.
Yes.
Hey, boss.
Yeah.
Sorry, yeah. Borderlands 2 was just open bar. It was like a 45-minute line to get in, but when you got in, it was like, oh, they weren't kidding.
Yeah,
you just
literally.
walk up to the bar, order a thing. And tip for all you geeks, tip your bartender.
I was definitely shirtless at that party at one point.
Tip your bartender. You will get your next drink so much faster. There's so many people just grabbing a drink and running.
Maybe a little bit stronger, too, if you're lucky.
Yeah, exactly. Just, like, respect the people that are there to help you. We have a mutual associate by the name of Peter Cho that, like, did a pretty clever move. Just put $20 on the bar at the bar and be like, may I have 5 long AMFs? Or they were Long Island's, and they were like, skipped everybody else, made his drinks. He took a tray from the restaurant, walked over to us. He's like, got you guys drinks, I think I'll get 5 more. And we were just staring at him going, he figured it out.
I was lit up like the night show.
Yeah, and that was before the Tri-Wizard drinking tournament. No free drinks there, you pay for everything, but it's a good charity. And
it's a charitable event, and you get to meet other Harry Potter fans. I don't understand it, but I mean, I usually trail behind Derek, and then he'll like feed me a drink. He's like, I can't do this. And I'm like, I got you, bro.
Hey, I have never cheated at a Tri-Wizard ever. I drank all of them myself.
Wink, wink.
Wink, wink.
Sorry, am I winking or blinking? I can't tell.
Yeah. There was the curse party that we missed this year, but the curse party you went to was all right?
Oh, man.
That was 2012. The curse party kind of ran with loud EDM music on a dance floor at one of the hotels. I think it was the Lion. 2 free drink tickets, and it was to advertise for Curse, which is some sort of app or something. I don't know what it really is.
Curse is a network, and it's also an app. But like where they really stuck out to me was back when I used to play WoW, and they had like all the plugins and stuff that you can use for WoW, and there was like a loader that you can get from them that would like install everything. But they do other games as well. But
what they were doing was to pimp out Planet Side 2 when it was launching. So that was 2012, 2013, I think.
Okay.
Yeah.
So sorry for cutting you off.
No,
we're good. Wait, Friday night. What party did we go to Friday night?
So Thursday night. We did the Tri-Wizard drinking tournament this year. Wow, this is day 5 for me for doing some of this. So we followed you for the Tri-Wizard drinking tournament, and then after we got tired of that, because someone like shoved pizza and candy down my mouth at the same time.
Sobered you up.
Pizza and candy.
It was terrible. I wanted to throw up immediately, but I mean, the heart was in the right place.
That sounds like the turtles.
It was terrible.
Oh yeah, that's right. You guys went to Capital Cider, and surprise, surprise.
Surprise, surprise. Tiny Build was throwing an open bar party.
Shout out to Tiny Build.
Tiny Build local here.
We'll tell you about one of their games in a little bit. And great party.
Yeah,
apparently.
So literally just showed up. People think I do stuff for Twitch when I'm rolling around with my hoodie, and they're like, oh, are you with Twitch? And, fake it to make it to get into any party.
Mm-hmm.
Rolled wind with 2 other guys, so Matterall and my friend Pyong. And we managed to score free drinks. At that time, I was just coming out of sober mode and going right back into drunk mode. And we were there up until about 1 o'clock, and then we're like, we got to go to PAX tomorrow, so we kind of cut it early.
Who knows how far that could have went, man?
I mean, I could have pushed it, but I was not doing great. As soon as I got into the Uber, I was like, no, can't do it.
3 years ago, didn't we see the Hotline Miami devs like lit up on the dance floor?
Probably.
Yeah, I mean that's the cool thing. Like, it's not just the attendees, like the exhibitors, the devs. They're all at these parties, man.
Well, I mean, they're running the parties. Like Strife, the last 2 years before this, they were throwing sick after parties.
Daily Grill.
Yeah, Daily Grill.
Daily Grill.
And, Twitch was throwing their after party, which was harder to get into Fort Knox.
Yeah.
Yeah, I went through 8 people from my personal contact list who have direct ties to Twitch. Couldn't get in.
And you know what got my friends in? Shout out to Joe and Edwin. They had some streamers from Twitch. They bumped into some professional LOL players. And they got, I think, just ad lists. It's like, oh yeah, no, these guys follow me on a league. Yeah, I'll get you into the Twitch party.
Next year, I'll find my way in again, but this time on my own terms.
And as far as this year, I'll say my favorite party. Sunday night I did Indie Gaming Expo, open bar food, great games, awesome games. And then immediately after that, the Dishonored 2 party. They rented out the entire boat museum at Mohai, and it was like an espionage mystery party, and you had to find out clues, what happened to the Duke, and if you get clues, you go into other boats, and you get drinks and food during 2 drinks, whatever. It was so much fun. It was gorgeous. There were actors there as NPCs. It was like immersive. I could not believe how awesome that party is. And then we went to the cosplay.
The Portalpalooza.
Portalpalooza.
And goddamn it, I was lighting up the dance floor.
Oh, everybody was. Everybody got lit. Shirts came off. Foo. Shout out to Foo for just dancing like a maniac all night. Foo, you cray.
So,
love you, Foo.
Derek was a part of Team 2, the B team, and I was part of Team A.
Yeah.
Team A was getting the dance floor all warmed up, and then Team 2 came in and finished it off.
Yeah. Oh no, I definitely pieced out. I started seeing some grinding and groping and some worse, and then the buzz laid off, and I was like, "This music's not good. Bye, Q Nightclub.
Yep.
I'm out.
Goodbye."
It's not for me. It's not good for me. I don't want to say the music's not good, but I can only hear, the build up and the beat drop for 2 hours, and I get over it.
Yeah, it gets old real quick. Joel, you're all about that house life. Don't worry about it.
House life. So if you're just tuning in, you got Loud and Brown, Von Shady, and V-Dash Gaming. We're talking about PAX. We're talking about...
Literally just ended 3 hours ago almost.
It was amazing. We'll post some links and stuff on the Facebook.
I'll have a nice B-roll video up for you guys to look at.
Yeah. This is end-user disagreements.
You can see the keyboard I won on my Twitter account.
Yeah, it's freaking sweet. Like I said, this is the podcast.
Yeah,
listen to. This replaces everything. Oh, you like Joe Rogan Experience? No, switch to us. Oh, you like Star Talks? You don't need Star Talks. You listen to us. And we're going to guide you. We talked about the parties. We talked about all the little things. Now I want to talk about actually the games that we got to play.
There we go. The actual purpose of this event.
The purpose. Instead of we talked about all the extra stuff and Save Rings hit it. What did you play?
To be honest, I didn't play anything.
Oh, come on.
What a great leeway into that topic.
So good.
No, I had a good experience, but I'll play. Honestly, most of the games I saw that I liked, they'll end up in my backlog, and I'll get to them eventually. But there was some pretty cool looking stuff there. The ones that stood out to me personally, I got to start off with this one, and this is double layered nerdness right here. But there was actually a playable version of Battle Chasers. If any of you were in the comic books at all in the early 90s, you remember Image Comics, you remember a particular comic book line called Battle Chasers, and it got hyped up like about a year and a half before it was supposed to come out.